Remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Only you.
For 8 decades, a familiar face has taught generations of Americans to be safe when enjoying the outdoors. Smokey Bear first appeared in ads for the U.S. Forest Service in 1944, and for years he's been telling generations to take precautions when burning things outside. Despite the fact that his iconic statement, "Only you can prevent forest fires," was officially changed in 2001 to "Only you can prevent wildfires," the message still holds true today, especially here in Pennsylvania, where most wildfires are caused by humans. And since springtime is when most wildfires occur here in the Keystone State, officials want residents to heed that message.
The real challenge in Pennsylvania is 99% of our fires are caused by humans. So it's not these natural events that we're watching out for. We have humans out there using fire for things like brush disposal or burning trash or campfires. All kinds of other things can cause wildfires, equipment use, that sort of thing. So humans are causing these fires, and a lot of them are preventable.
Preventing these fires is now a top priority for many state and federal agencies here in the Keystone State. The National Weather Service office in State College is leading the Pennsylvania Fire Weather Awareness Week campaign. The idea is to educate Pennsylvanians to think before heading out.
Just be smart, right? So it's don't be grilling. I mean, certainly doing burning, burn piles and things like that in your backyard. Be careful with those and keep an eye on the forecast. I want to encourage people to be careful with disposing of cigarette butts and doing a good job of holding onto your butts, as we say.
The first step is for the public to understand when it's not a good idea to burn. Just like they do in other severe weather situations, the National Weather Service issues fire weather products, including fire weather watches and red flag warnings.
Fire weather watch would be where we're seeing conditions possible, say in the next day or maybe two, we're seeing gusty winds and then dry conditions, both in the atmosphere and then potentially dry fuels out of that. And then a red flag warning is where we have high confidence that we're going to see those conditions develop. So again, being the gusty winds, dry atmospheric conditions, and then the dry fuels along with that.
Getting the word out when these products are issued is a key step, especially with Pennsylvania's changing population.
But we also have people that are moving into the state that are either from other areas or, frankly, even other countries, which, we're certainly not opposed to, but there's some different weather patterns here in Pennsylvania, and it's important to kind of educate yourself on what those are and what can happen if you're going to be using fire. We always say fire is a powerful tool, but it deserves a lot of your respect because it can do a lot of damage too.
In Pennsylvania, almost half of all wildfires are caused by debris burning, which is why there are tips in place to burn debris in a safer manner. In addition to paying attention to weather conditions, debris should be burned in a metal barrel with a specific setup. When extinguishing the fire, it's important to not only douse with water, but to stir the water and ashes with a shovel, repeating the process until the fire is out. The same goes for extinguishing a campfire. To know the fire is out, you should continue to drown the embers and stir until it's no longer warm near your hand. Experts say the best way to prevent a disaster from happening is to pay attention to conditions even if the ground is wet, especially in the springtime.
Just because it rained yesterday doesn't mean, things can dry out really fast here when there's no leaves in the trees because of the direct solar radiation. So, I've seen it already where we had rain in the morning and we could have fires in the afternoon under the wrong conditions. So we really need to just be vigilant in the spring and be respectful of fire and be careful with what we're doing.
Part of that vigilance is by doing your homework before heading outside.
Think before you strike the match, and consult our webpage to see what the fire danger is, and just remember, hot, dry, windy, not a good day to burn, especially when the more you get all three of those factors in the same day, the worse the day is. Just pay attention.
DCNR's wildfire website shows the risk of fire danger by county. Low levels indicate the safest conditions to burn outdoors. Moderate levels express that outdoor burning should only occur in the early morning or late evening. Burning is discouraged when the fire danger is high, very high, or extreme. Going to that site before going out and burning is a way that you can heed Smokey Bear's advice and be the one to prevent a wildfire here in Pennsylvania. For Weather World, I'm Marisa Ferger.